Welcome to Money Marketing Monday with Niala. I'm super excited because, as I said, this is my first day back, my first full day back in the office, my first Money Marketing Monday since my transplant, my first a lot of things right now. My team is so happy because we have like a complete content machine. And here I go going off the topic already. I mean, welcome, I'm back. So we have a complete content machine that we do in the back end. And because I was in the hospital for so long and I was out of work, they didn't have the transcriptions and all the stuff that we do every week. So today they're like, oh yes, as soon as Niala's done her live, we about to get on it, right? So we are all so excited to be back. If you are new to the Female Coaches Society, welcome. We are extremely happy to have you. I am your host, Niala Thorpe, marketing and income strategist for coaches. And what I do is help them find and market their unique message so they can consistently sign high paying clients. Okay. And this is the reason why today's topic is I'm so excited about today's topic, because today I'm going to be talking about getting high ticket clients, right? I'm not going to be talking about low ticket clients because it's actually harder to get them to say yes without hesitation. You will be surprised, okay, when I share some of my stories with you today. So today is really about getting people into your premium price programs, your high ticket programs, your signature programs, however you want to call it, right? So one of the reasons why I decided to choose this topic today is because this has been one of our most requested, right? So when people join the group, you know how we ask you those 3 questions, and one of the questions is, what are you really struggling with right now? And a lot of you say, well, I'm struggling to get clients consistently. I'm struggling to get clients who can afford my services. I'm struggling to get clients who say yes, who want what I have. And so this is why I thought this topic would have been great as my comeback topic, okay? For Money Marketing Monday, that is. But then also last week I had a call. It wasn't a sales call, right? So I sell a product, the Master Your Message Workshop. And with that workshop, we give a bonus session, okay? I think it's like a 30-minute session or something like that. Never so often people take us up on that offer. And so I get on the call with this young lady, amazing lady. She has been in the community for 2 or 3 years now. And how she came into or got in contact with me was through another coach, right? And so there was another coach that used to be my client, and she invited me to speak at one of her online events. And that's how the lady got bumped up with me, and she started following me. And then she wanted to, buy something. She gets on the phone. We have a conversation. It was not a sales conversation. So I'm starting off by saying that because I didn't follow a script. This is the misconception that a lot of people have, that there's some words that you say. There's a magic script that you need to get people to say yes to you. I didn't have a script because it wasn't a sales call. It was just a conversation, right? And through that conversation, I realized that she would have been a very good fit for our high-end program, Market Your Message. So moving towards the end of the call, I asked her, well, what are you thinking? And mind you, this is something that I don't even ask. This is something that I don't normally do, right? Because we have like a script and a plan that we follow when we're on the phone with potential clients. So I'm like, so what are you thinking? What are you feeling about working with us now that we've had this conversation? And she's like, oh, you don't have to say no more. I've been wanting to work with you. She's like, I was just waiting for you to get better. I've been wanting to work with you. And this is something that I hear a lot. And this is the position, and I want you guys to write that down on your notebook if you're taking notes, or someone write it below. This is the position that you want to be in. I am in a position, and I thank God for this, that I don't really convince people to work with me, because by the time they come on the phone, they already know they want to work with me. They just want to know what is the investment? Is there a payment plan? Can I get started now? Okay, boom. So literally, I would have to say something that completely turns them off on that phone call for them to say, no, I don't want to work with you. And this is the position that you guys want to be in. So again, and this is what we're going to talk about today. This is the thing that a lot of coaches and speakers and authors and service professionals don't want to talk about. Why? Because you think that the sale happens when you get on the phone. But the truth is, the sale is happening even before you get on the phone with the ideal client. So one of the things that I learned from my mentor is selling is not a process, it's an event. Someone write that below for me. Selling is a process, not an event. And so when you get on a sales call and you're thinking that the sale is happening as soon as I get on the call, you're thinking that's an event. Or if you think the sale is happening from the time I do my webinar and I open my cart and I'm in launch mode, my cart is open, now it's time to get the sale, you think that's an event. But the truth is, selling is happening from the time a person comes in contact with you. So what does that mean, guys? What that means is you have to be positioned. And I hope that you guys pay attention. Again, a lot of coaches don't want to talk about this. Why? Because we're heart-centered entrepreneurs. We care about people. We want to help them. So anything that sounds salesy, anything that's icky, anything that makes us feel like we getting all in the marketing world is something that we don't want to do, but it's something that most of us, if not all of you, need, not only to set yourself apart in your industry, but to be able to attract and get clients to say yes to you without hesitation. Why? Again, because selling is a process, it's not an event. Okay, so the sale happens way before the sales call, and that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to give you the 6 steps to mastering your positioning, so that way you can get clients who want to work with you. I'm probably going to get through the first 3 steps today, because what I want you to do is I want you guys to implement. I want you guys to take action, do all the action steps that I'm going to give you today throughout the week. And then on next week's Money Marketing Monday, I'll give you the next 3 steps. That's what we're going to do. I was going to try to do all 6 steps today, but it's not going to happen. All right. All right. So let's jump into it. I did search on Google, and the definition for positioning says, positioning refers to the place that a brand occupies in the minds of their customers and how it's distinguished from the products of their competitors and different from the concept of brand awareness. I'm going to say that again because it didn't even make sense to me. So positioning refers to the place that a brand occupies in the minds of their customers. That's number 1. How it's distinguished from the products of their competitors and different from the concept of brand awareness. So it's just a marketing term that means how are you different? How do you show up in the minds of your ideal clients? Why? And the reason why positioning is important, because again, if you want people to say yes to you, they have to be thinking about you. They have to see you as a leader. They have to see you as the only solution to the problem that they have. And so you are not an option. They're not weighing if they want to work with you or someone else. They know they want to work with you. So the minute they go to your calendar page and they choose a time, they are going with the mind already knowing that you're the person they want to work with. They just need more info so they could jump in. Does that make sense? And that's how you start to get clients without hesitation. And that has to happen through how you show up, how you market, the content that you put out, and how you position yourself. Okay. And so I hope that this is making sense. I hope that this is getting through to you. Because again, most of the people who I work with, especially in our Market Your Message program, they're not positioned. And that's the reason why they struggle to be able to get high ticket clients consistently. Okay. So let's talk about the 3 steps. I told you that I want to give you the first 3 steps today. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do. Write this down if you guys are taking notes. If you're on the replay, put hashtag replay below so I can come back and say thank you to you. Okay. The first thing you have to do is you have to figure out what your ideal clients already think about you. Okay. So if you're someone who's new, you're going to have to guess this a little bit, or, maybe you have a Facebook group where you have some people, or you have an email list where you have some people already that you could do this with. If you're not working with clients at all, then you're going to have to go off of market research and the type of questions that you ask to get this information. And then you will start to hone in as you continue to move further and getting to know what your clients think or your ideal clients think. But for the people who this is for, really, who I know this is going to turn things around for you very quickly, you need to go to your clients you have right now. I call these your best fit clients. So the people who, let's say you have 10 clients already, you worked with 10 people already. Think about who was the most enjoyable, who took action, who, made sure that they always did everything that you told them to do, who was pleasurable to work with. Every time you get on the phone with them, it was just, magic, right? Think about that person who never had a problem paying, right? Never hesitated. Again, you're trying to get clients that say yes without hesitation. So never hesitated when it came to investing in themselves. Think about who that perfect person is, or persons, because it may be more than one. And then number one, the first thing you want to do is you want to interview them. So you want to interview them. One of the things that we do in Market Your Message is we give our clients like a packet. It's about 30 something questions. And we have them go out and conduct interviews. Record the interviews and get the information that you need. There's one of our squad members. Her name is Andrea Allen. She is the CEO of Vox Berber. Y'all have to check her out. What I love about her, she's one of my colleagues, and she's all about messaging too. But the way I do positioning and messaging through your stories, she does it scientifically. So what she does is she takes like all your testimonials, she listens to your market, you upload like all these different things, and then she puts together like a packet for you that tells you what the market is saying, what your market is saying about you, right? And so, you can do it through her, or you could just go straight to your clients and you can interview them. I suggest interviewing them first because, like I said, she does it scientifically. So you really want to have a good bit of like testimonials and feedback and comments from your community and emails that people send you, videos. You want to have a good bit of that to give her so she could give you a nice hefty, packet. But if you're just starting out, just go to your clients right away. Here's some questions that you're going to want to ask them. Number one, you're going to want to ask them, what made you decide to work with me? That's always a good question because you get to hear, some of the problems they were feeling, some of their experiences, some of the things that were going through their head, why they decided to work with you. You want to ask them, why you? Why you? Because sometimes they'll say, well, it's what you were teaching about, and I heard a live stream, and then I was following you for a while, and then it was so good, and it's mostly about your program. But you also want to ask them why you, because remember, we're talking about positioning yourself where people just listen to you. Like they want what you have and they want to work with you, right? So ask them why you. Those are two very important questions that you can ask. I'm going to go a little deeper, okay? And I pulled this up because I want to show you guys some examples. When I listen to my clients, a lot of them say she's authentic. These are the way that they, put like traits and characteristics about me. So authentic, thorough. I hear that all the time. Niala's so thorough. She's organized. She keeps it real. She's unique, right? She's funny. She's straightforward. These are the ways that people describe me, my audience, my clients that work with me. And you guys could feel free to give me some descriptions below. Hint, hint. You see how that works? But these are the way people describe me. And so how do I position myself knowing that? Well, look at what I'm doing right here. I could easily come here and say, hey guys, I'm here for Money Marketing Monday. I'm going to teach you how to do this. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, talk to you later. But I'm giving you stories. I'm giving you explanations. I'm giving you examples. I'm staying on number 1 even longer. Why? Because I'm thorough. Right? I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to give you the information that you need to be able to take action. And so with everything that I do, whether it's a webinar, writing an email, writing a social post, doing a live stream, whatever it is, those are the characteristics that's going to shine out. Why is this important? Because this is what my ideal clients like about me. And I want to be able to attract more people like them. Does that make sense? All right. So when you know these things and you know what your ideal clients think and feel about you and what they like about you, why they decide they want to work with you, how do you position yourself? You intertwine that throughout your whole brand. You weave it in and out throughout your whole brand and everything that you do. Make sense? That's number 1. Okay. Let's move on to step number 2. The next thing you want to do, I'm getting excited because I know that you've probably heard about positioning before, but people don't really take the time to explain to you how do you actually position yourself. Once you figure these things out, you stay consistent with it, right? You know your craft. That's always good. Know your craft, know what you're good at and what your specialty is, and make sure that that's all you teach about. That's how you show up. Because I want to tell you something. What did I say when I shared that story with you about the young lady I spoke to last week? I said to you that she heard about me through somebody else, somebody who she was following and who she already had rapport with. And because that person was working with me, it made her like, oh, okay, well, she got to be good. Let me pay attention to her. I have another client, Kim, who's a part of our high-end program. Kim, she didn't know me from a hole in the wall. She was not in my group. She was not in my list, nothing. She was working with another colleague and she wanted to master her message. And that colleague said to her, listen, if messaging is what you want, this is the person that you need to go to. She came in my inbox, okay? I kid you not. She came in my inbox. She said, hi, Niala, my name is Kim. Such and such referred me to you and told me that you're the person for messaging. Wanted to know if I could book an appointment to speak to you about your program. Responded back, gave her a time. We get on the phone. She just bought. I didn't go through no sales call with her or script or anything. She just knew that this is what I wanted. And see, this is important because when you know your positioning, meaning you know what you're good at, and you know what people come to you for, whether it's your expertise or your personality, then even your colleagues know this. And so they're going to start telling people about you. And what you think happens when someone has already built rapport with someone and they're coming and saying, this is the person you need to go to. You don't have to convince. So this is why I'm excited. This is why you see I'm getting a little loud, because you guys need to get this. The sale happens before the sales call. Why? Because selling is a process, not an event. So all through your marketing, you are selling. Step 2 is, so once you do this interview, you're going to look at the answers that you got. You're going to start making a list, like how I gave you a list of some of the things my clients say. You're going to want to make a list of some of the words that are repetitive, okay? In terms of what are the benefits that they said they were able to get through working with you, and why it was so important to them, okay? So I'm going to give you some of mine. Again, I have this all written out, so I just want to give you some examples, okay? So this is some of the things that people say regarding me. The Market Your Message program has helped me organize my life. Everything is tailored to your specific need. I now have a solid system and offer. She takes me by the hand and helps me elevate. I'm now able to explain my system in a step-by-step and unique way. These are just some of the things, right? And when you're able to do this, these become benefits as to why people work with you. So when you start thinking about the headlines for your video, headlines for sales pages, email subjects, descriptions when you're describing your program and you're trying to get people to join you in your social media content, you're going to want to start using some of these words, some of these benefits that comes directly from your ideal client's mouth, okay? So number 1, you're going to interview them. Number 2, I'm sharing with you what are the things that you're going to do with the information that you get, right? Niala helped me tap into my expertise. Information is always authentic and real. When you implement from workshops, you see results. You want the best, go with the best. Thorough and sits with you on the details, right? So you see these things. So let's look at that as an example. I'm going to go a step further. So one of my clients says she's thorough and sits with you on the details, okay? Like I'm sitting with you right now. If I wanted to use that, let's say I'm writing a sales email and I'm trying to get you to join my program, that's something that I could say. Maybe you have invested in other programs before and you really didn't get what you need because maybe that coach had a team that was helping you and you want somebody that's going to be thorough. You want someone who's going to sit with you, who's going to hold your hand, who's going to listen to what you have to say and brainstorm with you. Now, if you start hearing that and you're my ideal client, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, that's exactly what I need. So do you see how you're able to take that information and start weaving it all up into your brand and your marketing and how you speak and how you post, so that way you can position yourself where people want to work with you from the time they get on your calendar page. This is where it's done. And then what I'm going to do, again, like I said in the beginning, is next week, I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you the next 3 steps. So what your action steps for you to do this week is you're going to choose 1 or more clients. You're going to conduct an interview with them, ask them a bunch of questions to get to know their problems, why they hired you, why were they attracted to you, what are the things that they heard, all of that. Get that information, and then you're going to start to build a doc with all of these things that you're going to start putting within your brand. Okay. All right. Step 3. Now that you have this whole list of stuff that your ideal clients have, you're going to want to write down, and this is what I call features and transformational benefits. Okay. So this is how you're going to think about your services and your coaching program. This is the point where you're going to think about your services. You're going to think about your coaching program, and you're going to write down all the features of your program. Don't worry, you're not selling the features. I know you heard it before, but you got to start with the features, right? So let's say one of your features, like one of my features for my program, is that we have a step-by-step system that no one else has, the Market Your Message framework. And so that's a feature of working in the Market Your Message program. I'm going to want to write that down. Maybe another feature is that, I'm a marketing expert, but I have specific, like tailored expertise in messaging, right? And so that's a feature of working with me or joining my program. So you're going to write down the features of working with you. And then once you write that down, you're going to want to write down what is the transformational benefit for your ideal client. So for example, the feature may be, I have a signature program that's step-by-step, like a signature framework that's step-by-step to take you from feast and famine to clients on repeat. Well, the transformational benefit of that is once you go through that system, you will no longer be looking for clients. You will no longer have to run after clients, because clients are going to now see you as the only solution, and they're going to want to come and work with you. So you see, now that I'm able to know the transformational benefit for that feature, what does it do? It gives me more things to talk about and weave in and out of my brand. My goal for you is by next week, you will have a doc that you will be able to use as your positioning doc when it comes to your coaching business. Okay. And so you can give it to your team. Let's say you have a team of people who's, writing social media posts for you. They're able to look at that doc, pull content out. And so your brand will start to, your messaging will start to be more cohesive, because again, I cannot stress enough, people will not pay attention to what I'm saying today. And then next month, they'll be the same people saying, oh, I'm not getting people to buy from me. Oh, I'm not attracting the right people. Oh, I'm attracting people who can't afford me. But that's because they don't want to do the tedious work that I'm giving you to do today. And you only have to do it once. This doc is something that you will continue to work from, and that you will continue to build as you grow in your business. So my doc 5 years ago does not look like the doc that we have now. Does that make sense? Because you continue to grow and grow and grow in your brand. And so your doc will also evolve like you evolve. Okay. I really hope that this helped. Well, I know it does for the people who are going to take action. So number 1, interview your clients, ask the right questions. Number 2, write down all those words that stand out on how they describe you and your program. Number 3, write down the features of your program as well as the transformational benefit that each feature will deliver to your ideal clients. You're going to want all of this to be in a doc, okay? I challenge you to take action. I challenge you to take action on what I've taught you today. This is the first 3 steps. We're going to talk about the last 3 steps next week, Monday, all about how to find and get those clients that is going to say yes to you without hesitation, and what exactly you need to do to position yourself where that is happening for you. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for being with me, and I'll see you guys next week.